If your check engine light is on, your gas mileage has dropped, or your engine just feels rough, a dirty oxygen sensor could be the reason. And before you spend $100 or more replacing it, there's a real chance you can clean it without ever taking it out of your car. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how, which products are safe to use, and the part almost every other video skips: how to tell whether cleaning will actually fix your sensor or just waste your time. First, the quick version of why this matters. Your oxygen sensor reads how much oxygen is left in your exhaust and tells your engine computer how to balance fuel and air. When carbon builds up on it, it starts sending lazy or inaccurate readings, and your engine reacts with worse mileage, rough idling, and higher emissions. Over time, that can even damage your catalytic converter, which is a far more expensive repair. So keeping that sensor clean is worth a few minutes of your time. But here's the truth you need before you start. Cleaning only works on a sensor that's genuinely dirty, coated in soot from an engine that's been running rich. It can't fix a sensor that's simply worn out from age, or one that's been contaminated by burning oil or coolant. Most oxygen sensors last somewhere between 60 and 100,000 miles. So if yours is older than that, cleaning might buy you some time, but plan on replacing it eventually. Stick around to the end and I'll show you how to tell the difference for sure. Let's start with the easiest method. And this is the one that never requires removing anything. Pour a quality fuel system cleaner into your tank when it's about a quarter full, then dry for 20 to 30 minutes, keeping your RPMs a little higher than normal so the cleaner works its way through the system. The key here is the ingredient. Look for a cleaner that contains PEA, polyethylamine. Chevron Techron is the classic example. That's the detergent that actually breaks down deposits, instead of just sounding good on the label. Now, be realistic. This method is slow. It can take a tank or two before you notice a difference, so it's best for light buildup and regular upkeep, not a heavily clogged sensor. For heavier carbon, there's a more direct method, and it also skips removing the sensor. With the engine warm and idling at around 2000 RPM, you feed a sensor-safe intake cleaner through a vacuum line so it burns through the combustion chamber. Do it in short bursts, go slowly, and let it burn off between sprays. Adding too much at once can flood or stall the engine. And I want to be straight with you about how this actually works. It helps less by scrubbing the sensor tip directly, and more by cleaning up the messy combustion that fouled the sensor in the first place. That's still a real improvement, but it's not magic. Now here's the one warning you cannot skip. Only use a cleaner that says safe for oxygen sensors and catalytic converters right there on the can. Regular carburetor cleaner or brake cleaner contains solvents that can permanently destroy the sensor's coating. That turns a cheap cleaning job into a guaranteed replacement. If you're ever unsure, the fuel additive in method 1 is the safer choice. So, how do you know if it worked or if your sensor was already too far gone? This is the step most videos leave out. Clear your check engine light with a basic scan tool and then drive normally for a few days. If the light stays off and your mileage or throttle response improves, the cleaning did its job. But if the same code comes back something like P130 or P135, then your sensor isn't just dirty, it's failing, and no cleaner on earth will save it. And if you own a multimeter, a healthy sensor should swing its voltage up and down quickly while the engine runs. A slow, flat reading means it's finished. So let's bring it together. For light buildup, run a PEA fuel cleaner. For heavier carbon, use a sensor-safe intake cleaner through the vacuum line. Always verify the result with a scan tool. And if the code comes back, or the sensor is simply old, replace it and move on. That's how you clean your oxygen sensor without removing it and actually know whether it worked. If this saved you a repair bill, do me a quick favor and hit like, subscribe for more no-nonsense car fixes, and I'll see you in the next one.